guys, here I am back at the treehouse cleaning up, always cleaning up. Seems to me Pastor Gary always disappears about right now. But as you can see, I've got everything put together so I can put it away of all kinds of things we put in your packets. So I'm kind of wondering, what have you been looking, or what did you learn from your packets? Did you do the individual lessons? How about the crafts? How many of you did your stickers? Did you color them and make a scene? Or the little ones, did you make your scene? It's all part of the story of Easter. And then, how about the lessons with all of our God-sighting snacks? You know, I'm wondering who just ate the snacks and didn't even bother with the lesson. You know, there's a lot of different things here. We got our M&Ms, we have our Skittles, we have the jelly beans, we had the emoji lesson, but oh, and I even have leftover jelly beans. If anybody wants the black ones, let me know, because I don't like the black. But today, I'm gonna ask you, did you really look at what one of these lessons meant? Let's take the M&Ms because, you know, they are my favorite candy for future reference, of course. And just in case, well, I do like Almond Joy, but M&Ms I love because there's all different colors. So let's think and let's take the M&M. Did you just eat them? Or did you really look and see what it was about? If you take your papers that were in them, you can see how it is truly a God sighting. Now, on every M&M, you will see the letter M. But did you know that that M will tell us a story? Why, we've got M in the shape of a 3. We got M in the shape of an M. We have M in the shape of a W. And let's see, what was the fourth one? Can anybody tell me? Let's look on the paper, because a good storyteller always has their notes. So the fourth one is a 3, E, W, and M. So let's just quickly go over it so you know. All right, so our M for M&M stands for mercy and love. The love that Jesus gave us when he died on the cross. Now let's turn it to the 3. I'm sorry, these are so tiny. I guess I'll have to eat them. The E stands for Easter. The 3 stands for the 3 days that he was in the tomb. And the W stands for he is worthy of our praise. So you see, even in the ordinary things of our everyday life, we can see Jesus. Isn't that what a God sighting is all about? All right, now you have to take it and tell a lesson to your family using the M&Ms, using the Skittles, using the emojis, or even the jelly beans.
Ooh, jelly beans!
No.
I love jelly beans!
Where have you been? Because you were supposed to help me clean up.
That's why I wasn't here.
Well, Gary, you're supposed to share about Jesus.
Okay.
Now, all of you, we gave you a special Easter egg. Just like, all right, stop eating the jelly beans. About a special Easter egg, and if you open it up, did you love finding your Jesus inside? We promised you that we would give you a Jesus that you could keep with you always. Tell them again about your Jesus, if you could empty your mouth really quick.
Okay.
Come on. Anytime. You know, we don't have all day. Yeah.
Got it.
All right. So, talk to them about Jesus.
Well, you know, guys, I carry my Jesus with me almost everywhere I go, but sometimes I just can't take him certain places. So I'm wearing a t-shirt, I'm doing something. So what we got you is our little Jesus here. And what I like about him is that he can always go with me wherever I go. He goes in my pocket, and the cool thing about it is if I'm going looking for my keys, or if I'm looking for some money.
Or candy in your pockets.
Okay. And candy in my pockets, all of a sudden I can reach down and I can feel that he's there. And I can pull him out. And the cool thing about it is that we can talk to each other, we can pray with each other, I can take him where I go and he sees what I'm doing, maybe what I'm watching on TV or my video games. But the more we take Jesus with us, the more he's there to help us. But just a reminder sometimes, because sometimes we just don't really think about Jesus we know He's always with us. But sometimes we're doing things, we get really busy, and all of a sudden, it's like, uh-oh. But if I know I have Him in my pocket, and all of a sudden I pull Him out, I know He's there with me. He says, I will always be with you. So you really don't need this, because He's always with us in our heart. But sometimes it's just a nice little reminder, because I get to feel Him and touch Him and look at Him, and it's just the coolest thing in the world. And what's really neat is that when you go places, sometimes your kids will say, who's Jesus? What do you need Jesus for? And what you do then is you can pull Him out of your pocket. And guess what? All of a sudden now, you can tell the story of Jesus. And He's right there, and your friends will look at you and go, never thought about that. So all of a sudden, you become one of God's disciples. We kind of call them our little disciples. But what happens is you can share the gospel with any friend you have just by having Jesus in your pocket. That is super cool.
And that's another God sighting. Guys, we really love you and we really miss you. And I miss our times together, but I miss mostly our prayer time together. So tonight, when you're praying, I want you to get on your knees, just like we do every time we meet. And I want you to thank the Lord for just being in our life. Thank Him for our church and our pastor. Thank Him for just our everyday that we can learn still our school lessons at home instead of having to make them up this summer. Let's concentrate and give God thanks during this time where so many people are afraid and scared. We know that we have Jesus with us all the time.
Guys, when you are praying at nighttime or just during the daytime, just take Jesus and put Him in your hand and hold Him there. And just know He's your comfort. He's your best friend. And when you can look down and say, Jesus, thank you for this day that you've given me. Jesus, thank you for not making me be afraid of things, because I know you're always with me. So when Jesus is there and we can feel Him and we can touch Him, all of a sudden, He becomes more and more and more real to us.
All right, that's all for today. We'll try and I know. We should go back to Jerusalem. So we'll be in Jerusalem for Sunday's lesson, all right? We love you guys. Now, it's time for you to get the trash. Bye, guys. Get the trash can.
Man.
Let's go. Here we go. All the way to the back.